guys. This message is basically for my giveaway winners. I haven't been able to send out your stuff because the whole thing with the Target credit card thing, they actually hacked into my credit card or my debit card, so I am unable to use it right now for the next 48 to 72 hours, they said, but they still haven't sent me a replacement card or called me or anything. So I literally had $80 to my name, and yeah, I had to go buy life stuff, and then I realized, holy crap, I needed gas, and so I'm just waiting for that, but you guys will get it soon. Hopefully I'll send it out. No, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. I'll send it out the day after Christmas, but it is going to be Christmas themed. So sorry, you guys are going to get late. I just want to tell you guys that, I'm sending it to all 4 winners because I had 2 winners, and then the 2 winners, one of the girls that was, a Facebook winner won, and she also won on Instagram, which is, it made me laugh because I picked her name out. I was like, oh my gosh, you just won the YouTube one. And then anyways, and I didn't disqualify her because she followed all the rules. And then the other person, she's getting hers today. I'm actually going to meet up with her hopefully later on today. And then the other 2 girls that I had originally picked, and then I said they were winners because I didn't see that they're just subscribed to me, because I don't know how Facebook works. I don't know how YouTube works, because I don't know. From my impression was it that you can go to their subscriptions and then scroll down, and then if you're not on there, that means they're not subscribed. But I guess that's not true. So I'm taking their word for it that they are subscribed to me because they are fluently on my page. And that's why when I saw that they would win, I was kind of happy because I was like, oh, I know who they are. I can identify with them. But then when I said it wasn't, I was a little confused. But anyways, you guys are getting your stuff the same time the winners are too, because you guys, I went shopping for y'all. So hopefully you guys like what I sent you. But yeah, so the next probably giveaway I won't do until I'm gonna get 500 subscribers, so share my crap and let people know I do giveaways, I have fun and whatnot. Also, I just want to talk about swaps. Okay, so I'm currently doing one swap. I was doing multiple swaps, but let's just say you can't trust a lot of people on the internet, and it just kind of sucks because I'm a very trusting person, and it took something seriously drastic for me not to want to do swaps no more. And I just, I want the people, because those people who I am referring to are subscribers. So when you guys make an agreement, I want to educate you guys, also people who have been they have been swap robbed or scammed or whatever you want to call it. It's a federal crime. It's called internet crime. And if that person, let's say, for example, the girl that I arranged a swap with, our arrangement was $150. So, of course, me, out of the courteous of my heart, I always go over on all my swaps. Everybody knows that. Everybody that I swap with kind of knows, because I don't do it to show off. I do it to show them the appreciation of, swapping with me. And when you shop for somebody, you always go over, because, you're like, oh, they'd probably like this. You get really into the swap. You really get into it once you start getting to know them. So this girl, I'm not going to refer her name, I'm not going to say anything. Me and her were really good friends. We had done a previous swap before. We were really good friends. And we were doing a swap, and all of a sudden, when we were doing the swap, I had went over $200, $250. I had went over a lot, because she was like, oh, I like Urban Decay, I like Smashbox. She was naming a lot of name brands. So, of course, I was like, oh, I'm going to get her what she likes. So, I went over like crazy. And she was like, oh, I sent you your box. And this girl is international, okay? So, I had gone over completely. And she's like, oh, I sent you your box. So, I was like, oh, okay, so I'm going to send out her box. I sent out her box. She receives it. Okay, and then upon receiving the box, she didn't do a video. She told me she received the box, and she said thank you for the items, and that's all she said. So then I was like, okay, so are you gonna, like, because she's like, oh, I'm gonna do YouTube now. I'm gonna do YouTube to show them what you got me. So I was like, oh, okay. And I met her on a YouTube website on Facebook, like a group. So, I trusted her, had been talking for about like 8 months now, and the previous swap we did before, she sent me things I wanted, and I appreciated everything she sent me, and, I sent her the same things, but this time she started acting funny, like she wasn't responding to any of my messages, she wasn't emailing me back, she wasn't, anything, and then one day, I told her, I was like, hey, so when is my box coming in? She's like, oh, you know how, international mail is, and etc. So I was like, okay, whatever. So then I waited like another week, and then, like, it was a week right after Thanksgiving, I would say, whatchamacallit, she completely deleted me from Facebook. She had blocked me from her YouTube. She had blocked me from Facebook. She did everything because my friends could look her up and find her too. She blocked me. She deleted me. She did all those stuff. And I went crazy because I was like, what the... You know what I mean? Like, I was pissed off. And then I feel so bad because I was doing a swap with another girl, and she was like, oh, I sent out the stuff. I was like, okay, if you sent it out, why isn't it here yet? Like, I went crazy. That's a whole... Me and her situated that. We're okay now, thank God. But I went crazy. I really did. I went, like, I was pissed. I was hurt. I was confused. I was just like, I didn't know. I just didn't know because I really trusted this person. That's what makes me so upset. Okay, so then I finally went to my lawyer because I was like, you know what? I was going to let it go, because I'm like, there's nothing I can do. And so I went to my lawyer and I talked to him, and I was just saying, is there any way that I can get a hold of this person? She lives in another country. And he's like, yeah, file a complaint on the internet for her. I was like, how do you do that? Like, that's not impossible, everybody would be doing that. So then if you go on to internetcrime.com or internet, I don't remember what exactly it is. There's a set of rules. And if you have documentation saying, oh, she agreed to a swap, or it's called an exchanging of items, if you it says it all there. Look for it. And it has to be $25 or more. You can report them, and upon reporting them, it will take down all their sites. It will directly, go to their PayPal and like track them down, and it's like a federal law in the U.S., but nationally, it's penalized as a crime. It's not like they can get sued for it. So my lawyer said if I wanted to take more action, I could. So what he did was he had sent a letter to her address that she had given me for the swap and stuff, and like after that, I get an email from a new account under her saying that she was sending all my stuff back because she couldn't believe what I did. And, I just told her I couldn't believe what she did, because, like, I forgot to mention that prior to her, like, deleting me, she had been telling me, oh, like, you sent me cheap crap, you sent me all the stuff that's on sale, this swap sucks. And then on that website, on that YouTube, it's like YouTube beauty memberships or something like that. She was selling all this stuff that I sent her, and I was just like, wow. So upon that, I told, like, on the letter that had gotten sent to her from my lawyer stated that if she didn't return any of the merchandise by a certain amount of time, that I could take her to federal law or to like international law, which is, I wouldn't have done it, but like, there's things that you guys can do when things arise like that, and it's called internet crime, and like, people think that they can't do anything if something like that happens to them. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Telling my ghetto story. And, like, honestly, I was... but you can do something. But, like, honestly, I was really hurt. Like, I was crying and crying because, like, okay, when you do swaps with people, you know, you're not always going to get everything you expect. And honestly, I've done amazing swaps. Like, they've went beyond my expectations. So I'm grateful for that, you know? But, like, that's what I don't understand, is that I'm a very giving person. Like, I can give you something without ever, like, expecting for you to give me something back. Like, if I ever give anybody anything, I don't expect anything back in return. Like, I really don't. Because that's how I am. That's how my mother raised me. To be a giving person and to, like, respect people. And when somebody does that to me, it made me feel like I was used. I was hurt. Like, I was so hurt. I cried and it just made me feel like, honestly, I think I did make a video, but I'm not gonna post it. I was, like, crying, and I was just saying, like, basically, like, why do people use me? Why do people take advantage of me? They know that I like to give, and it was a hot mess. But, like, needless to say, it's an learning experience. It really is. And it made me realize that, you know, I can trust people, but not to the extent that I was trusting people, you know? So, I just want you guys to know, for my friends who are doing swaps and stuff like this happen to you, in the States, you can't, it will happen. Like, it's a process that will, like, that. It'll be right away. My process took a couple of weeks because, you know, it is international. But if you are in the States, you know, if I were you and you got scammed, report that bitch. Just saying. But if you guys are over it and you guys are trying to move on, like, I'm over it now. You know, I don't, like, if she sends me my stuff like she had said she is, then great. If not, then I learned, you know, a lesson learned. But, like, this is something that you learn and grow from. And I just want to thank you guys for watching this rant, chit-chat. The next chit-chat will probably be on Christmas! I'm sorry I didn't do one last week. I was sick, so, yeah. But I hope you guys like my curly hair. Girl. No, I'm just kidding. Bye, guys.